Here we go. We're going to begin on our stomachs, belly down, like this. Okay. You're going to lay on your stomach and you're going to make a little pillow with your arms. So your forehead's going to rest. And I want you to just let everything go right here. Like literally, sometimes you get to this position in yoga and you begin to clench your legs and your feet. I just want everything to fall and drop into the ground. So rather than starting in child's pose, you're starting flat on your belly. You're making a little pillow for your head to rest in. You're feeling your belly drop into the ground, your hips, your thighs, the top of your feet. And you're just connecting to your breath right here. Just a couple cycles of breath. Oh my God, you're alive. Couple cycles of breath right here. Julie, there's a playlist in Spotify if you want it. I posted it in the chat. So as you begin to breathe, your belly is down. You're not in child's pose, Julie. You're laying flat on your stomach. Your arms create a little pillow to rest on. Yeah. So here's the thing about yoga. Number one, committing to the consistency of your practice. Number two, being not attached to the movement that we do and trying to find different ways to move, because that's how we change our minds and our bodies. So be open-minded today. Let the thighs stay down. Let the tops of the feet press into the mat. And then you're just going to pop your chest up and you're going to come onto your forearms just like this. Now, when you come into Sphinx pose, your elbows are not directly underneath your shoulders. They're slightly forward. Your palms go flat to the ground and it's a very subtle back bend. So if you're about to drive 18 hours in a car, this is designed for that, because if there's no pressure, there's very little strain on your lower back. It's a very subtle movement. You want to feel your hands pull the mat or the floor closer to you. So you're making that action happen. And now you begin to engage and ground the thighs, the tops of the shins, the feet into the mat as you drag your chest more forward to keep your neck long. Connect to your breath. Feel Ujjayi breath. Inhalation through your nose. Exhalation through your nose. And sometimes it's the poses that you feel less that you need more. Couple more breaths and we're going to start to add on. Nice work. Good. Keeping the chest really forward and the left arm forward. Bend your right leg, flex the foot. Make sure the knee doesn't drag out. It's directly behind you. Keep your chest really open. Reach back, grab your ankle. This is another place that if you really couldn't grab your ankle, you'd use a strap, a towel, a TheraBand, a jump rope, anything. Get a small person to help you grab your foot. So the thigh bone stays down. It's not lifting up off the ground. Your chest is pulling away from the floor, but you're drawing your right shoulder blade forward, your right shoulder socket forward. As you kick your right foot more into your right hand, you're creating a back bend and a psoas release. Keep the left side of the body down. Take another full breath in. Exhale, let the foot go. See, bring the forearm of the right hand back down. Bend the left leg up, flex the foot. Keep everything forward. Reach around, grab your ankle. Let your arm stay strong and straight and let your foot fall into your hand. The thigh stays down, the chest drags forward. Rather than feeling like you're turning your chest, draw your left shoulder more forward. Your hip points, your belly is pressing into the ground. And the breath is just flowing. Another big breath in as you kick a little bit more with your energy of your foot into your hand to get that release. Let the foot fall to the floor, Sphinx pose. Now from here, the arms are going to come directly underneath the shoulders. The palms are going to spread wide. You're going to curl your toes into the mat and slowly lift your waist up. The knees stay down to start. The waist draws up. The broadening of the upper shoulders, the plugging of the hands into the mat, the gaze is forward. Now, if your back is sensitive today, you may just choose to stay here. If you want more, contract from the knees to the shins to the toes. Forearm plank. Come to your breath, your focus. Arrive into the space, find length. Draw the waist up a little higher, contract the sides of the body, the legs, the ankles. Press into the floor to create more energy for yourself. Let the breath slide through the back of the throat so you really get that energy from the crown of the head all the way through the base of the heels. Stay with the breath. Focus on one spot. Broaden across the upper shoulders. Hold on here. So very slowly taking your right palm, placing it directly straight underneath your right shoulder. Very slowly, left palm, plank position. Lengthen the tailbone. Bring your drishti, your gaze a little forward. Know if you need to modify, your knees can just come to the floor. Totally fine. Keep the neck long. Plug in to create more space for yourself. Rock more weight forward. Draw your waist up. Draw your core in. Take another deep breath in. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let the head go. So pump out your legs today. I call it a little walk. Bend your right knee so it kind of hovers the ground, and feel your left leg press further back. Maybe your heel gets a little closer to the ground. And then straighten that and bend your left leg and see if you can get your right leg a little stronger and a little straighter. Do that one more time each side. Bend your left leg, your right leg, sorry, and your left leg goes straight, plug down. And then go ahead and bend your left leg and have your right leg straight, press down. And then find a dog, maybe both knees need to have a little bend. Lift your hips up off your shoulders, let your head go. Draw your belly in, let your ribs kind of lift up and wrap around you. If you feel a lot of weight in your shoulders, use more of your leg strength to support the pose. Use all 10 digits of your hands, spread the toes wide. Connect to your breath. Good, roll forward to plank. Your eyes move forward. Stack your body, yeah. Keep your gaze a little forward. Bend your elbows in half, chaturanga. If this is too much, drop your knees. You can also just hold a plank. Draw your belly and your waist up. Re-straighten your arms to a plank position. Move slow, downward facing dog. So the next few things, you're gonna move from a down dog. See if you can firm up the sides of your arms. Press firmly through your hands. Look forward. Step your right foot forward and through into a low lunge. Drop the knee. So if the foot doesn't get all the way up there, you have to use your hands. Glide your arms straight up towards the sky. Your back leg is on an angle. Your right knee is creating a 90-degree angle too. So the movement the first time around will be slow. You're gonna bend your elbows. You're gonna cactus your arms. Yeah, it's kind of like a lat pull down. You're gonna hug your right hip in, and you're gonna begin to turn to the right with cactus arms. So when you turn to the right, keep gripping your right glute under you and pressing your right heel into the mat. Good, from here, open up your arms as much as they're gonna go. Breathe across the front side of your body, like warrior two arms. Take your back right hand, slide it to the back of your left thigh, wrap your left arm up and back, pause. So your hip points are forward, your drishti goes up, you're sliding your left arm towards the back skinny edge of your mat, your right palm is resting on the back of your left thigh. Circle the hands to frame your front foot, lift your back knee up, plant your palms. From here, just slide the leg back to a dog. Left leg steps forward, back knee drops, it's on an angle, and your knee is directly under your heel. Slide the arms up, come up to supported lunge. The first one will be slow, we're gonna add on. Cactus the arms, just do that much first. Grip your left hip in, feel the weight in your left heel. Start to turn to the left. This may be as far as you go with those arms open, this is fine. Open your arms now, if you can. One hand may be here, one hand may be cactus. It could look like this. Yeah, broaden across the chest. Reach more with your back arm. Take your left palm, rest on your right thigh, the back of your right thigh. Turn your right palm, reach it up and back towards the skinny edge of your mat. Lengthen, don't jump into your low back. Good. Look forward, circle the hands to frame your front foot. Engage the back knee, plant the palms. Step to a dog. Glide your right foot forward, drop the knee, sweep the arms up. Cactus the arms. Turn to the right, open the arms. Place the palm on the back leg, reach the arm up and back. Circle the hands to the floor, engage the back leg. Take the palms flat, step to a dog. Glide your left foot forward, drop the knee on an angle, sweep the arms up. Start to link movement with breath. Cactus the arms. Move slow enough that you can feel what you're doing. Yeah. Begin to turn to the left. Open the arms if you have that range of motion. Slide the back palm on the back of the right thigh. Reach the right arm up and back. Get out of your lower back, especially if you know you're mobile. Circle the hands to the floor. Back leg strong, step to a dog. One more time each side. Glide your right foot forward. Drop the knee, sweep the arms up. Cactus the arms. Turn to the right. Open the arms. Yep. Slide the right palm to the back of the thigh. Reach the left arm up and back. Grip your outer hips in. Circle the hands to the floor. Back leg strong. Lift it up. Slide back to a dog. Left foot lands. Back knee down. Reach your arms up. Good. Cactus the arms. Turn to the left. Good. Open the arms. It's like a bad game of Twister. Yeah. Slide the hand to the back of the thigh. Wrap the right arm up and back. Look up a little. Look with your eyes, but lift from your chest. Circle the hands to the floor. Back leg strong. Step to a dog. Spread the palms. Lift the hips. Roll forward to plank. Bend your elbows in half and pause. Keep the weight more forward. Drag your chest through for an up dog if that's available to you. You can always just take a cobra. Broaden across the upper shoulder blades. Plug the tops of the feet into the mat and look up with your chest and your eyes. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat. Step or you can float depending on how you feel to arrive. Feet come together. Yes, long spine on the inhale breath or hands to your shins. Exhale, fold over your legs. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer at heart. Drop your arms. A few amended sun A's. Stretch the arms up, reach big. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine, or hands to your shins. You want your shoulders to slide down your back and a little up dog here. Exhale, fold over yourself. Root to rise, come all the way up. Hands to prayer at heart. So this is a grounding way to move. Stretch the arms up, go a little bigger. Dive in half over bent knees, bend your legs. Good, come to the fingertips, long spine. Fold again over your legs. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer. Keep going, stretch the arms up, look up. Dive in half over bent knees. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Fold over your legs, see if you can get your palms flat to the ground. Root to rise, come all the way up. Hands to prayer at heart. Last one, drop your arms, stretch the arms straight up. Anchor your feet, dive over bent knees. Come to the fingertips, long spine, pause, plant your palms. You can step back to a plank. Go ahead. Bend your elbows in half to a chaturanga or drop your knees. Drag your chest, lead with your upper body. Up dog, anchor the tops of the feet. You guys look great. Downward facing dog, hips press back. Good, roll forward to plank position. Hug your right knee to your navel, scoop out your lower belly. Yeah, so see if you can get your knee and your forehead to touch. Yeah. Hollow out your core a little more. Plug your palms more into the mat. Now start to move your eyes forward and land your right foot forward and through. Come to your fingertips. Drop the back knee like we've been doing. Pause. So remember, the knee isn't jamming into the mat. It's on an angle. Your knee is over your ankle here. Come to the fingertips and then just lead with your chest and bring your arms back like two airplane wings. Palms face down. Interlace your hands if you have that availability. That's why I suggested a strap or something if you can't get hold of your clasped hands. Broaden the upper shoulder blades. Good. Your right foot presses firmly. Your outer right hip is gripping in, so it's not winging out. Stay here. This may be where you stay, or start to lift from the bottom leg and lift it up off the ground. So now you're hovering in this low lunge with these hands clasped. Your gaze is a little forward. Your upper shoulder blades are getting a nice little opening. Your legs are working. Your waist is long. Press into your feet. Start to lift from your waist. Come up nice and slow into this crescent lunge in the lower half of the body, but keep the hands clasped. Slide the hands down the back of the left thigh. Sit a little deeper into your front thigh. Broaden the upper shoulder blades. Hip points are forward, legs are firm. Let go of the clasped hands and from your shoulders, sweep your arms out and up. Hands are shoulder width distance, fingertips lift towards the sky. Eyes move forward or up. Yeah, sit a little deeper. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Pause. Keep your right foot where it is. Turn your left foot on a strong angle. Slide your right hand onto your shin. Straight leg triangle pose. Your hips are now open towards the other side of the mat. So work it out for yourself that you're heel to heel with your feet or heel to arch. Use a block if you feel like your hand on your shin isn't working out. Yeah. Slide the top arm up and then move your eyes and look up. So reminding you guys that this is not a back bend. You're not leaning into your lower back ever. This is an oblique strengthening pose that your core is holding you up. The strength of your legs are holding you back up here. Take your left arm, slide it alongside your body, flip the palm towards the wall behind you. Take your bottom hand, reach back, clasp your hands. Turn your bottom ribs up and look off your left shoulder. If this is too much for low back, hands can just be on hips. Right hand can stay down. You can stay in just the regular version. So you're clasping your hands. You're anchoring your feet and your legs. You're putting a little soft bend in your right leg. It's not pinned straight. Looks really good. Nice, Jody. Turn the bottom ribs. Look off the left shoulder and hold. Couple more. Feel your feet. Feel the strength of your legs. Keep the hands clasped if you can. Give it a try. Pull your torso up. So now your torso straight up and down, and your legs are straight with your right foot turned out. Keep your torso up and down and your hands clasped. Bend into your front thigh. That's all you need to do. Yeah. Keep the strength of your back leg. And it's hard for me to see a lot of the back toes, but make sure they're pivoted a little forward. Wrap the right thigh open. Up and down with the side body. Your body is centered in between your two hips. You're not leaning right. You're not leaning left. Pause here. Good. So from here, grip the feet into the mat. Feel the leg strength. Begin to tip to the right an inch or 2 inches. Yeah. Take your bottom ribs, continue to turn. Wrap your right thigh open. Let go of the clasped hands. Let your right arm rest on the top of the thigh. Wrap the left arm up or bring it forward. Modified extended side angle. Hold here. So you want to lighten the load with your right shoulder. Grip your right hip under you. Take the bottom ribs and turn them. And then reach strong with your left arm. 5 breaths. So for your mind, for the mind of your body and the health of your mind, pick something to focus on. Let go of where you need to be, what you need to be doing, and just breathe. I'm starting to hear yelling coming from downstairs. Look to the floor, circle both hands down, step to a plank. Bend your elbows in half chaturanga. Pull your chest through an up dog, point your toes. Take a downward facing dog, hips press back. Good. Roll forward to a plank position, move your eyes forward, take your left knee and hug it in. Round your spine and drag in. Yeah, so think about like scooping out your belly and bringing your forehead to your knee. Plug your hands into the mat. Feel your outer arms hug in. Back leg is strong. Good. Move your eyes forward, land your left foot forward. Get a pretty big, long stance. Drop your back knee. Your leg is on an angle. Be on your fingertips. Just pause here. Get your alignment. Lead with your chest. Your chest pulls through your body. Feel your left heel. Feel your left hip. Hug in. Reach your arms back. Just pause with this. Good. Clasp your hands behind your back. So whenever you do clasp hands, you always want to try and find the opposites. Opposite thumb, opposite baby finger. You may be very content with keeping the back knee down like this. If you want more, fire up from the thigh bone and the glute and the hamstring. So you're going to stay low and you're going to hover. Everything you do slow, you do in steps. So you can feel the amazing muscular strength that you're developing here. Keep the legs really strong and stable. Grip the hips in, start to lift from the waist. Now the torso lifts. Remind yourself you can drop your knee. Bend deep into your front thigh, not your knee. Lift your hip points up. Slide your clasped hands further down the back of your right thigh. Come back to your breath. Feel the weight in the standing left heel. Let go of your clasped hands. Reach your arms out and up, sweep them big towards the sky like you're holding something over the top of your head. Lift your waist. Take another big breath, stay with it. Hands come to frame your front foot. Keep your left foot exactly where it is. Turn your back foot on a strong angle, straighten the left front leg, and pull yourself into a triangle from the ground up. Utilize the block if you need it. Slide the right arm up, look up. Grip your outer hips, feel your legs, your waist, your feet, everything firmly pressing down as you create more space for yourself. Take your right arm, rest it alongside your body. Flip your palm towards the back wall. Take your left hand, reach it back, clasp the hands. Take your bottom ribs, turn them, look over your right shoulder. Take a little bend in your front leg, just to protect the knee. The legs don't need to be pinned straight. If this is too much, just have your hands on your hips or utilize your hand to your shin, regular triangle. Use the strength of your back right leg, grip it in. Waist long. Feel your feet plugged down. Keep the hands clasped if that's available to you. Start to lift just your torso. So now legs are straight, upper body is straight, left foot is forward, back toes turn in. Bend into your left thigh. Keep the side of your body, you can see from behind here, my hands are clasped, the side of my body is long, my back leg is strong, and I'm sitting deep into my left thigh. My knee tracks directly over the foot, front foot. Close your eyes, a few breaths. Let your tailbone drop. The only thing getting in your way here is you, so just breathe. Keep the hands clasped if you can. Keep the shape of your legs. Take your ribs and your torso 2 or 3 inches to the left. Just a little bit. Keep turning your bottom ribs so your right shoulder kind of opens. Good. From here, let go of the clasped hands. Your left forearm is going to rest on your left thigh. Your right arm is going to slide up, or even be better, wrap it forward. Soften the left shoulder. Grip your left hip and your glute in. Good. Make sure you're not using that bottom arm. It's not an accessory. Yeah. Grip your left hip, Jules. You're leaning into your lower back. Yeah. You're leaning into your lower back. Yes. Nice. Good adjustment. Two more. Look to the floor, circle both hands down. Peel your right heel up off the ground here in a low lunge. Spring your right foot forward to meet your left. Come to the fingertips, long spine. Keep the weight forward. Fold over yourself. Sit into a deep chair. Weight goes into your heels. Sweep your arms up. Look forward. Weight moves back, seat moves back, thighs move back. Waist lifts, arms extend from elbows to fingertips, straighten your arms, move your eyes up a little, not your neck. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. We're gonna flow. Come to the fingertips, long spine, step or float through your vinyasa. You choose what you need today. If you're gonna go through vinyasa, do it slow though. Up dog pulls you through, point your toes. Downward facing dog presses you back. Right foot lands, back foot on an angle, warrior one. Sweep your arms out and up. Back foot is strong. It's pretty much turned forward. Right hip steers back, left thigh moves forward. Arms reach up. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Step to a plank. Bend your elbows in half for your vinyasa. Upward facing slides you through. Downward facing from your hips, up and back. Left foot forward, back foot on an angle. Warrior one. So you're just moving the best that you can with your body. Left hip steers back, right thigh forward, reach with your arms. Hands come down to frame your front foot, step back to a plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga, upward facing point. Downward facing back. Be still in your down dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Let your head go. And then look to the top of the mat. You can step, you can float to get your feet through. Long spine on the inhale, weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Sit again into a chair, weight moves back into your heels, arms slide up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine, plant your palms. Step to plank or float with bent elbows, chaturanga. Pull your chest through an up dog. Press to the tops of the feet a lot. Hips up and back, downward facing. Right foot lands, back foot on a strong angle, warrior one. A little wider with your stance, Katie, like with hips width distance. Yeah, walk your right foot to the right. Hands come down, plank. Chaturanga, upward facing. Downward facing. Left foot lands, back foot at an angle, warrior one. Aren't we having fun? Nice, Kristen. Hands to the floor, plank. Vinyasa or just skip, up dog. Downward facing dog, be still. Deep breath in. Broaden across the upper shoulder blades, plug down, deep breath out. Look where you want to go, step or float, feet to the top. You pick. Long spine, weight is forward, fold over yourself, sit again into a chair. Weight moves into your heels. Yeah, sit a little deeper. Why not? You got nothing to lose here. Weight moves back, chest lift, hip points lift. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Come to the fingertips, long spine. You can step, you can float through your vinyasa. Upward facing slides you through, point your toes. Nice, downward facing back. Right foot forward, back foot on an angle, warrior one. Come on up. Hands come down, plank. Vinyasa, up dog. Downward facing, you're moving nice. Left foot forward, back foot strong, warrior one. Good, hands to frame your front foot, plank. Chaturanga, upward facing point. Downward facing back. Right foot lands, back foot at an angle, warrior one, we hold. Yeah, so your right foot and your back left foot are hips width distance. So if your right foot is really more in the center, it's gonna be hard to move your hips. So walk it over to the right a little. Drop your arms by your side body like a pair of airplane wings. Clasp your hands behind your back. You can keep a little bend if it's better for your shoulders. Inhale your breath, lift your chest. Keep sitting into your front thigh. Come forward, humble warrior. Wrap your right hip underneath you. Plug the outer blade of your left foot firm into the mat. Keep moving the left side of your body forward. You can let your head go if that's comfortable for you. You can just keep a really long torso like I'm doing. So there's different ways to take it. If you know you're more flexible and you want to get in there and let your shoulder wrap in, that's cool. Come up a little higher in mine. Keep gripping your outer hips under you. Keep plugging into the floor, hold. Anchor through your feet. Really feel the feet press down. Feel your outer legs doing all the work. Start to bring your torso up, just your torso. Keep the hands clasped if you can. Straighten out your right leg. At this point, my stance is a little too long, so I actually need to step my back foot in about an inch or so. Turn the foot so you look back. It's relatively forward. Your right hip moves back. Your hands stay clasped. Inhale your breath. Look up with your eyes. Exhale, fold for Parsvo. So you determine how deep you need to go here. You may need to bend into your front leg a little. Let your head go. You may need to let go of your clasped hands and just bring your hands to the floor. Move your right hip up and back. Activate your left leg. Let your head go. Move your stomach over the front of your right thigh so you know that you're aligned with your pelvis. Take your clasped hands, place them on your hips. Yeah. At the same time, pull yourself up. Keep your right hand on your hip. Slide your left arm up. Reach up and then come forward. Pause halfway. Slide the arm really far forward and then use your right hand to move your right hip back, like manually move your hip towards the back of the mat. Then with this, keep reaching. Reach for a block if you know that suits you best. Place underneath the left hand. Your right hand can stay on your hip or move to the flat part of your back for twisting triangles. Slide your right arm up. Keep feeling your feet kind of steer you, your hips steer you, your waist stays long. Your eyes move up the side wall, maybe towards the ceiling or the sky. And you breathe into the chest as maybe you stack your two arms. Lighten your load a little with your bottom hand. So make sure all your weight's not dumping into your wrist or your shoulder. Take another big breath in. Look to the floor, circle both hands down, step back to a plank or go right to a dog. Bend your elbows in half if you're moving through the vinyasa. Drag yourself to an up dog, point your toes, feel the tops of the feet down. From your hips, up and back, downward facing. Land your left foot forward, turn your back foot on a strong angle, rise warrior one. Sweep your arms out and up to start. Your left hip moves back, your right thigh and ribs move forward. Drop your arms by your side body. Take the opposite of whatever you just did. Clasp your hands. Inhale the breath, sit deep into your front left thigh. Exhale the breath, ground with your back leg and come forward, humble warrior. Get over being deep in these poses and really work effectively. Know that you're gripping your left hip underneath you, not winging it out. Using the strength of your back leg to keep your side body long. And as you breathe, you're just making way so you can really feel what's happening. Couple more. Press a little bit more into your back leg. Keep bending into your front thigh. The strength of the lower half of the body is going to help you as you transition. Pull yourself up nice and slow. Keep the hands clasped if you have it. Straighten the left leg. Scoot your back foot about an inch or two. The foot turns forward. So the feet are about 3 feet apart. Inhale the breath, lift the chest. Keep turning your right ribs forward. Exhale, fold. So now you're coming down over straight legs. Let the hands drop. Let the head fall. Ditch the clasp hands if it's putting too much pressure in somewhere or just taking you out. Steer your left hip up and back. Press firmly through your right leg. Contract all the muscles around your right thigh bone. Yeah. Let your belly fold over your left thigh a little deeper. If your hands are clasped, just slide your hands to your hips. At the same time, root and pull yourself up. Keep your left hand on your hip, slide your right arm up. Right arm reaches long and strong towards the sky. Start to lean forward and slide your right arm forward. With your left hand, manually move your hip point back. Keep reaching and then reach for a block. And if you don't have a block today, just rest your hand on the front of your shin. This is a great place to do it. Block goes directly underneath the shoulder. Left hand can stay on your hip or can move to the flat part of your back. Or you move in pieces, slide the left arm up, then look up. So if you just go for this final thing, the expectation of getting there is not going to be so great. So if you set it up slow, you may actually surprise yourself. Look a little with your eyes. Steer with your feet and your hips. Anchor with the ground. A little bit more. And you start to feel your mind like, oh, I got to get out of the pose. Just come back to your breath. Give yourself 2 more. Good. Look to the floor. Place the hands down. Step to a plank. Or just go right to a dog. Bend your elbows in half. Chaturanga. Pull your chest through an up dog. Point your toes. Take a downward facing dog. Hips press back. Step your right foot forward into a low lunge and pause. Reach for a block. If you don't have one, start looking for furniture in your room that you could use. You're moving to a half moon. So the block comes out in front of you. The left leg's gonna lift up, the left hand's gonna slide to your hip, left arm will slide up. Standing right leg needs to be forward. Hip needs to grip in. Nice, Margaret. Turn your bottom ribs. Yeah. Nice, Kristen. Take your left arm, reach more up, more up. Keep going. There you go. Now your shoulders are aligned. So you could just stay with this today. If you're like, okay, I'm confident this is what I'm getting, what I need. Few things you can work on. If you want to go for Chopasana, that's fine. You can bend at your knee crease. You can grab your foot. Good. Maybe your bottom hand will come into a prayer. If you really want to try something else, maybe your bottom hand will wrap around and you can bind with your two hands and turn your bottom ribs. Yeah. Yes, your right foot stays forward, your hip grips in, and your bottom ribs turn. You look off your left shoulder. Hang out here a few more breaths. You fall, that's okay. Release into a regular half moon. Wherever you are in your practice, come to a half moon. Look down, take a giant step back, find warrior two. Not always the easiest transition, just do your best with it. Work out your feet, make sure they're set up properly, broaden across your upper body and your torso. Sit deep into your front thigh. Reach with your right hand, slide it to the instep of your foot. This is a great place to use a block. Place at any level, even 2 blocks. Set yourself up so you can feel successful in the pose. Use the back of the arm and slide the left arm up. Look up. Keep wrapping your right hip underneath you. Keep turning the bottom ribs. Then with this arm, slide it forward. So your left arm's gonna slide forward. If you're looking for more of a back bendy type thing here, slide the left arm straight up and then start to reach for your hip and maybe wrap it around to the inner part of your thigh for a half bind. If you're looking for the full bind, lift the torso and lean back. If you're dumping down such as this, you're not gonna get what you need. So lean back into the thigh. Grip your bottom hip underneath you. Get everything nice and stabilized from the ground up. And breathe into your chest. Look off your left shoulder. 4 more breaths. Wherever you've chosen to go, hang on. Good. If you took a half bind or a full bind, release the right hand down, left arm up. Good. Look to the floor, circle both hands down to the ground. Let your left heel pop off. Lean onto your left hand. Roll into Vashisthasana side plank. Take your top leg into a tree. If you have that, you can also drop your bottom knee down and take this modified. Slide your right arm up. Lift from the bottom hip, wrap the right arm straight up, look up. If you have the tree, keep the tree, look down, plank position with the tree. Who's with me? Plank position with the tree, look forward an inch, bend your elbows halfway to a chaturanga with the tree. Slide your right leg back into regular chaturanga, pull your chest to an up dog, take a downward facing dog. From your down dog, land your left foot forward, don't think, just move, float into a half moon. Here we go. Left side half moon. Watch your left foot that it's not turning. Yeah. Keep your right hand on your hip. Pay attention to where that block is. Yeah, if it's really far over, you're gonna be reaching and that's gonna take you out. So it's a little bit off the edge of the baby toe and it's just up high enough that you can get your waist long. From this half moon, decide if you want to move on or just stay here. Bend at your knee crease, reach for your right ankle with your right hand for Chopasana. If you want to work on the bottom hand, maybe come to a tented fingertip, maybe bring the hand into a prayer. If you're looking for the full bind here, reach around and grab your ankle. Take your bottom ribs and turn them towards the sky. The kick goes behind you in Chopasana. A few more breaths. Wherever you are, release the top leg, the top arm, regular half moon. Feel your left foot. Keep it strong and straight. Take a giant step back, warrior two. Line up your feet so they're set up correctly. Open up your arms. Back foot needs to turn in a little. Left knee stacks, arms broad. Lean out with your left arm, slide it to the instep of the left leg. Use a block, any height that works for you, even 2 blocks. Right arm stacks up and then wrap it forward. Yeah, when you wrap your right arm forward, if you find your whole chest going down, lift from your chest and just slide your right arm straight up. Yeah. Then from here, your hand can come to your hip. You can wrap around into a half bind or a full bind if you're choosing that option. Use the back of your left tricep to press the inner left thigh open. Twist from the bottom ribs. Grip your left hip underneath you. Stay with this. Two more. Unravel your top arm, bring your bottom hand down. Look to the floor. Circle both hands down to frame out your left foot. Pause for a second. Right palm goes flat, set that up. Roll slowly to the outer blade of your right foot. Decide what you need. Side plank with a tree is where I'm taking this. But you can drop your bottom knee too. Slide your left arm up. Lift from your bottom waist and your right bicep tricep. Press a little bit more. Look down. Plank position, try and keep the tree. External rotation of your thigh. Press your foot into the inside of your thigh. Yeah. Bend your elbows. Chaturanga with a tree. Slide the left leg back. Chaturanga. Upward facing. You can skip all that too. Downward facing. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Take a deep breath out. Look to the top of the towel. Step or float your feet through. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Hands to prayer at heart center. Just stand still for a second. Take a deep breath in. You're doing great. Let's stick with this a little longer. Deep breath out. Standing right leg's the power leg. Left leg's gonna bend up such as this. Just flex the foot. Okay, so you're gonna take your arms and drop them alongside your body. You're gonna start to reach for your left ankle. Maybe with one hand, ideally with two. This is where the strap or the towel comes in handy. Good, so now you're gonna get a hugging of your shoulder blades. It's kind of like a golf or tennis grip with your two hands stacked on top of one another. Good. So line up the two knees, bend a little into your front right leg, and then start to kick your foot away from your butt. It's only gonna go like an inch or two. That's all you're doing. Then here, you're gonna find warrior three. So you're gonna start to lean forward, just enough that you feel that your torso can drop down, stay higher than the rest of your body. Keep a little self bend behind your right knee, and don't open up your hip. Keep everything squared towards the ground. Flex the foot into your arms, into your hands a little more. Stay with your breath. Good. Keep the leg the shape that it is. Don't change your left leg at all. Just release your hands like warrior three. Reach your arms back. So a strong flex of your left foot, like you've got a block or a ball in between your calf and your thigh. Press into your standing leg. Start to sweep your left leg up to a 90-degree angle. Reach your arms up. So you're standing on your right leg. Your left leg is bent. Your arms are up. Good. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. Wrap your left thigh around your right thigh for eagle. Bend into your standing right leg a lot. Use your big left toe as a kickstand if you feel like your balance is shoddy today. Drop your seat down. Lift your heart, lift your chest, squeeze everything nice and tight. Lift your elbows up. Keep the shape of your legs, just unravel your arms. Keep bending into your right leg, unravel your left foot, sit into chair. Hang with me, guys. Sit deep into chair. Drag your hands to prayer. Pray that this is over soon. Inhale the breath, hook the elbow, and turn to the right. So as you twist to the right, move your seat back. You should be feeling a lot here, and that's a good thing. 2 knees line up, waist is long. Look towards the sky. Maybe open up your arms today. You may have that opening that you don't normally have. Sit a little deeper, stay with it. Okay, keep the shape of your legs, pull around to chair, recommit right here. Dig into your heels, look forward, press all the way up to a standing position, drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms, stand tall for a second, let it go. Stand on your left leg, just bend your right leg in half. Just do this much. Guys, if this is even the posture today, you're still doing it. This is a good place to be. Moving on, grab the foot with your hands, one or ideally both. Stand up really tall, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Make sure the 2 thighs line up side by side. Bend a little into your standing left leg so it's not so straight. Start to lean out in front of you, just a little bit, maybe halfway at most. Fire up your right thigh, flex your foot. Keep the hips squared to the ground. Warrior 3 with this bind. Keep the breath flowing. Keep your gaze on something that's not moving. So all that's going to happen here is you're going to let go of the bind, but keep the shape of your body. So let your foot go and just reach back with your arms. Fire up from the thigh, flex the foot a lot. As you start to stand up, slide the arms up, draw the right leg in. So now you're standing on your left leg and your right leg's at a 90-degree angle. Your foot is flexed. Wrap your right arm, underneath your left, and then bend into your left leg and wrap your right thigh around for Gayarasana Eagle. Squeeze everything tight down the center line, bring your elbows up. Your weight should be in your heel, your booty is back. Lift your torso, lift your chest, sit a little deeper. Keep squeezing the legs super tight. Don't let that go. Just unravel your arms. Just like a regular chair. Now unravel your right foot and sit deep into a regular chair. 2 feet, legs bend in half. Bring the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, hook the elbow, turn to the left. Waist is long, seat moves back, weight is in your heels. Open up your arms if you want more. If you are opening up your arm, use the back of your tricep to get in there and slide the left arm up, then look up. Keep the shape of your legs, pull yourself around to a strong chair. Bend as deep as you can, keep lowering, keep the arms really lifted. Lower your seat, slide the palms flat down. Bring your feet hips width distance out in front of you so there's enough space. Palms are straight out on an angle. They're not right next to you like this, they're on an angle. Press the palms down, just pause, lift your torso, lift your chest. If having the hands flat doesn't work, 2 blocks or tented fingers. Lift the thighs, flex the feet. Draw the knees in, flexing the feet. The thighs draw towards the belly. Broaden the shoulders and the chest. Keep the hands down on something. Good. Stay with your breath. Keep the hands down on something. Slide into an Ardha Navasana. So hovering the mat's going to be the most intense. Scoop out your lower belly and just have your lower back down. less intensity. The legs can be up at any angle, even a 90-degree angle, but keep the hands down. Lift the chest up, scoop out the lower belly. Find something that works. Pause here. Try not to lift with your neck. Lift with your chest, hold. Wherever you are, bend your knees in half. Keep the hands down on something. Bend them in half. Slide yourself up. Boat pose with your hands down and your legs bent. How we started. Lift a little higher. Cross the ankles, step or float. Vinyasa or not, it's up to you. If you're going through an up dog, pause in the up dog because it's going to stretch out your core. Yeah. And then from your hips, downward facing dog. Land your right foot forward into a low lunge, drop the knee. Good. Sweep your arms up. Last little bit. So rather than your weight being all the way forward like we've been doing it, slide the weight up and down now and then scoot your right foot in. So it's like this, you're up and down. You may need to put something underneath your left knee. Drop your arms by your side body, pause. If you have two blocks, you're welcome to use them. They're gonna line up somewhere around here if you can't get your hands clasped. So I'm gonna start with my hands clasped like this. I'm gonna slide them down the back of the thigh. My right leg is nice and strong. My chest is lifted. This is kind of like an amended camel. If having the hands sliding down the back of the thigh doesn't work for you, reach for blocks and have your hands on blocks. Lift your chest. Steer with your chest. Steer with your chest. Be here, a few breaths. For those of you that are looking for more of a challenge, this isn't for everybody because I don't know how everyone's bodies feel. Bend your left leg up. Grab at your ankle and take a bind with your back leg. Draw the shoulders back. If you're on carpet, this is fabulous. If you're on a hardwood floor, maybe not so great. Once again, not for everybody. Flex the foot. If you took that bind, release the foot. Bring the hands down to frame your front foot. You're gonna slide your weight back now and straighten your leg. You're gonna be on your fingertips. You're pretty much up and down with your back leg. Keep your left hand directly underneath your left shoulder. Slide your right arm open. Take the twist like this today. Block underneath your left hand at any level may be appropriate. It can be up really high. Grip your hips in, look to the right, and steer up with your eyes. Look down, take both hands to frame your front foot, rebend the left leg, right leg. Fire up your left leg, step back, down dog. Just move from a down dog here. Here we go, guys. From your down dog, glide your left foot forward, drop your knee. It's gonna be on an angle, you're gonna pull yourself up. Pull your right thigh so it's straight up and down. Take your left foot in so it's a 90-degree angle. Reach back with your arms. Decide if this is enough for you today, it may be. Clasp your hands, interlace them, slide the hands down the back of the thigh. Separate the hands and rest them on blocks as an alternative. This is a good place to be. Look up with your chest and your eyes. If you want to try binding with your right foot, kick the heel in, grab your ankle and grab your foot. Broaden the shoulders and the chest, yes. I'm not in my lower back at all. I'm really up and down. I'm getting the back bend, but it's really safe. Take another breath in. Let go of any binds that maybe you have. Bring the hands forward. Yeah. Slide the left leg back. So now you're just resting on your knee and your leg goes straight. Be on tented fingertips. So just straight leg up and down. It's like an amended split. Take a block directly underneath your right shoulder. Steer your left arm straight up and down towards the sky. Grip your outer hip in. You got it. Looks good, guys. If having the arm up doesn't work, Patty, just have your hand on your hip and then just look up with your eyes. Nice, Joel. Look down. Take both hands to frame your front foot. Rebend your left leg. You're in this modified lunge. Plant the palms. You're in a low lunge. Step to a plank. Good. Bend your elbows in half, chaturanga. Pull yourself to an up dog point. Take a downward facing dog. Right knee forward, half pigeon. Thank gosh, right? Just about done, last few minutes. Half pigeon pose, right knee forward. If something's going on with your knee or your hip, you can go onto your back. Let yourself go here. So staying upright is one option, but then see if you can lead with your chest and come all the way down. Jody, you can even use a block or a pillow. Let your forehead rest. Yes, there you go. Stay with your breath and just continue to let your mind check out. Use the strength of your body, push yourself up, and just feed your legs back to a dog, right back to down dog. And then from your down dog, slide your left leg forward, come into half pigeon on the other side. If you're on your back or in another variation, just switch now. Make sure your right thigh stays down, the top of your right foot is down, and then you fold. Good. Start to use the strength of your body. Pull yourself up. Lean onto your left butt cheek. Slide your legs forward. So for today's practice, we're going to go into a little tabletop to finish. You're going to have your hands forward just like this. If you like, you can cross your right ankle over your left thigh, flex your right foot, such as this. Take a giant breath in. On the exhale breath, from your tailbone, you lift. You look down the center line of the body, fan your right thigh open, flex the foot, and lift up. Stay with this or extend your right leg straight up, flex the foot. Lower your right leg to match your left thigh, flex the foot, bend your right leg, exhale the breath, lower down. Take a breath in. You can just take regular tabletop too. You can go onto your back. You can take an amended bridge pose if this isn't for you. Cross the ankle, flex the foot, take a giant breath in. You could just stay with this too. Exhale, lift up. It's good to have options when you practice. Yeah. Broaden the sides of your body, lift a little higher. Stay with this or extend your left leg straight up. Keep lifting from your tailbone. Yeah. Lower your left leg to match your right thigh. Flex the foot really strong. Lift a little higher. Rebend the leg. Inhale the breath, lift up. Exhale the breath, lower down. You're going to lay down on your backs right now. Yeah, you're going to lay flat down. You're going to take one more back bend of your choice. Now, you may just want to go right to a full wheel because you feel open, you feel ready, or you may just opt for a block underneath your tailbone and take 5 breaths in a more of a restorative back bend. You can clasp your hands, puff open your chest. You're going up into a full wheel. Set yourself up from the ground up, tuck the chin, take a giant breath in. Exhale the breath, lift yourself up. Nice. Make sure the feet haven't splayed apart. Yeah. Turn the inner thighs down and under. Lift from the tailbone to the backs of the knees. Nice work, everyone. Take another big breath in through your nose. Exhale your breath as you start to come out of the pose. Exit out with control. If you're on a block, just remove it. Lower down, give your knees a giant squeeze. Yeah. Take your feet, last thing, guys, I promise, then Shavasana. Take your feet the width of the mat. Yeah, lift your hips up, take them over to the left, and then drop your knees to the right. Take your bottom right foot and take it over your left thigh. Supine twist, just like this. So your right foot is flexed over your left thigh. Your arms can cactus to keep your shoulders down. Roll up to center, your feet go the width of the mat, your hips lift. Take them over to the right an inch, drop your knees over to the left. Take your bottom left foot and cross over your right thigh. See, the right side of the body is very lifted from the ground. Come up to center, release that, and set yourself up for Shavasana, complete rest. Truly the hardest pose in the practice. I know we all live very busy lives, but take the next minute so your body can really restore itself. Let go of the Ujjayi breath. And like you started, let your body fall into the ground. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Take a full, loud sigh breath out through your mouth. Let everything go. Do that again. Inhale, full, full, full. Exhale everything out. And as you reawaken your body, move slow. Bring your arms up over the top of the head. Give your knees a squeeze in towards your chest. And as you pull yourself up, if you're ready for that, sit up really tall. Keep your eyes closed if you can. I know it's hard. Let the hands rest on your thighs, or your hands come to a prayer with the fingers forward. And just sit up in your body, in your new body, I call it. Every time you get to practice, it's a new opportunity for something great. Bow your head. Have some gratitude for this awesome flow and being able to move. Lift our heads, open our eyes. Namaste. Thanks, guys, so much. That was an awesome practice. It's so good to see a lot of you. Join me again Saturday.